All right, this is my CT, Miss Graves, and we are going to go over how she does technology in the classroom and how it has helped her with teaching. So one of my questions is, what are some ways that you integrate technology into your curriculum?
Well, here at OES, we have a plethora, if that's even a word, of technology available to us as teachers and to our students. First of all, as a teacher, I have my MacBook that I can teach from in small group lessons. I have an iPad that is also like a whiteboard, so it connects to my main computer, my desktop computer, and it reflects onto my board, which is used by the projector. So just for me, all those tools, there you have it. That's about 4 tools I have. Like I said, my MacBook, an iPad, a projector, a desktop computer, and we also have an Elmo. So those are 5 things as a teacher, that I can use daily into my lessons to incorporate technology. As far as the students are concerned, they have iPads. We have a class set. We're running low because, as you know, this is kindergarten and things break, or students break the headphone jack into the socket, and then we have to send it off to get to get it fixed. But we're very close to being 1-to-1. And we also have a class set of desktop computers, about 5 of those. So each day, some of our programs like iRead that you're familiar with, ABC, Starfall, students get on those programs and they kind of correlate with what they're learning. If we're working on letters, they can get on a letter app or they can get on a letter game. In math, as far as technology, we usually use the iPad and try to make the students aware that there's a difference between numbers and letters. And so during math, we need to be on the number app, and then during reading, we need to be on the letter app. So just getting them to know the difference, not tear up the technology, and use it effectively is how we usually here in kindergarten try to get them started with technology.
What is your favorite thing like using with technology? Like, what do you like to use the most?
I like to use my iPad the most. That transfers over to a whiteboard because it gives me free reins to the classroom. I'm not stuck to a desk or stuck to the mouse here at my desktop. I can walk around. I can flip it over to a whiteboard where I'm writing, and then flip it back to the actual view of what's on my computer where the students can see.
So that you can engage more with them?
Yes, to make it more engaging. I can sit it down, go help a friend, but still be mobile around the classroom.
Okay. How do you see technology changing education for the future?
Ooh, technology is taking over.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. In our second, I know here at OES, starting in second grade, students are 1-to-1 with a MacBook.
Oh.
So
those are pretty expensive.
Very expensive, but it's just getting them ready for, like you said, the future. I mean, that's a lot of curriculums now are all on the web where students can just pull up Blackboard, just like you all have Blackboard education.
Yes.
They have Blackboard here.
Really?
Yes. So
in second grade.
Grade, and they can submit lessons into their Blackboard account. So I really think it'll prepare the students for the future. When they get to college or when they get to higher education, they won't be shocked or alarmed.
Blindsided.
They'll be blindsided. Or how do I use this? They'll be prepared for the future. So I think technology is going I don't think it'll remove the teacher from the classroom. I think it's just going to change students' take on maybe a book versus the MacBook.
Yeah.
So but I don't think it'll ever be able to get rid of a teacher or get rid of a good, read aloud book or read to self book. But I definitely think it's not going away.
No, definitely not.
It's
never going to go away.
No.
Do you have any favorite apps that you like to use more than others?
Not necessarily. I like to use ones, especially for my students with fine motor skills, ones where they can actually just use their pointy finger and draw or trace the letters. That way, they feel accomplished in that skill, just like the other students as well. So anything where they're able to draw or write on the app, I favor those versus the others.
Yeah, I noticed that they like to do the ABC app where they get to draw the letters.
Yes, and trace the letter, and then it'll like shake, and so that kind of goes with all those sensory for those students with autism or just attention deficit. It keeps them engaged.
Yes. Do you use it for behavior management in any way?
Yeah, I try to, say, okay, especially with my students with an IEP, first do your work, then you can have iPad time. Or, first let's write our name several times, then we can write it on the iPad. So just to try to motivate them to do what I'm asking them to do first, and then they can get that reward of the iPad.
All right. Well, thank you for letting us look into the way you see technology in the classroom.
Thanks.